continue from part 8. I'm not going to test for my sound again. If there's no sound, I just really need to know that. I kind of assume the sound is fine, so yes. Part 8, we start with diffuse materials. We can make some realistic looking materials. We'll start with diffuse materials. I've seen this many times when I was trying to learn the Unreal Engine, but I don't have an idea of what that is. I'm just going to read without really understanding it, I think. One question is whether we mix and match geometry and materials, so we can assign material to multiple spheres or vice versa, or if geometry and the material are tightly bound. That could be useful for procedural objects where the geometry and materials are linked. We'll go with separate, which is usually in most renderers, but do be aware of the limitation. A simple diffuse material. Diffuse objects that don't emit light merely takes on the color of their surroundings, but they modulate that with their own intrinsic color. Light that reflects off a diffuse surface has its direction randomized. So if we send 3 rays into a crack between 2 diffuse faces, they will each have different random behavior. This also might be absorbed rather than reflected. The darker the surface, the more likely absorption is. Really, any algorithm that randomizes direction will produce surfaces that looks matte. I don't know what that is. One of the simplest ways to do this turns out to be exactly correct for ideal diffuse surfaces. Yeah, I don't understand. What's between the parentheses. There are 2 unit spheres tangent to the hit point P of the surface. These 2 spheres have a center of P plus n and P minus n. Okay, where n is the norm of the surface. Sphere with a center at P minus n is considered inside the surface, where the sphere with center P plus n is considered outside the surface. Okay, this part at least makes sense. Select the tangent unit radius sphere that's on the same side of the surface as the real region. Pick a random point S inside the unit radius sphere and send a ray from the hit point P to the random point S. Okay, I think this part makes sense. Well, basically, if the light reflects off, and this is a normal vector, we can just find the sphere on the same side as the rays coming from, and you just do the bounce off direction. Yeah, like from the point that's hit and that's on the sphere. We need a way to pick a random point in the unit sphere. We'll use what is usually the easiest algorithm, a rejection method. First, we pick a random point in the unit sphere where x, y, z all ranges from -1 to +1. Reject this point and try again if the point is outside the sphere. I don't understand what's going on. Let me just write some code. I think that will help me understand. Okay, so we are going to write some method for VC3 of x3 random. Well, I think this random is just finding a random coordinates. The random double is a method that we defined in the RQVCAN H with a lot of utility functions. I think most of the utility functions are there, so. Okay, so this is a random function, and oh, okay, this is this is basically the random function that generates a random within a certain range. I'm going to copy and paste this part because yeah. Okay, and for the random unit sphere, why do we also need that? While true, we want to. Okay. This auto p is yeah, that's we're looking for z that ranges. Well, not looking for z. We're just looking for numbers that that ranges from -1 to +1. And yeah, this is a part I don't understand. What does it mean to be like reject this point, and what's the point of rejecting the point? I don't understand. But oh wait. Okay. I'm like, why does the thing does this? For the ray color, we want to add a line so that we have a new variable called target. That's rec p plus rec normal. Let me look at what is rec p because I really forgot that. Okay, so this is 0.5 times ray color. I really didn't realize we could do this. This looks very unfamiliar to me. Let me finish typing and see if I could understand it a bit more. Yeah, I think if I do not pause and try to understand it, I will get very lost. Okay, so we're getting this. What is? Oh, okay, this is original. This is the original one that we have, and this is a normal vector. This is the random that we just generated, and then we want to target minus rec p. Why do we do this? Oh, okay, we're kind of repeating the process here. Yes, because it kind of bounces off twice, and we want to take account of that. Okay, that makes sense. Like if you want to bounce multiple times, you just need to call it within the within the method again. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and I don't think I have any typos. Let's try to build it because I haven't built it today. So okay, build failed. That's what I. Random mean unit square identifier not found. Well, this is the. No, this is not sphere. This is vec3. Yes. Now let's try it again. Okay, so now build succeeded, which is good. And we're going to cd into the right directory. Okay, it's a similar process as yesterday. Wait, what happened to... This doesn't look right. Let me try it again and see if it stops at 3. There's something wrong. But for now I don't know which part is wrong, so let's just see what part is wrong. Not enough pixel data. Okay, I'm totally not sure what breaks it, so let me see. For this part, we are the target is right. And this is rect p, target minus rect p and word. Vector unit direction, unit vector r direction, and t is 0.5 times. Okay, so far this is all right. And let's see the vex3. Yeah, I copy and pasted this part, so this part should also be fine. We added two methods here. This is a random. I just don't think random should pause the whole thing. This is really not likely to happen at all. Maybe I could put this in the end, but I don't think this was the problem. Yes. A similar thing that it's just stopped writing after 314. I don't know what's the significance of that actually. So it's very, very surprising to me. Let me try 10. I don't think 10 is what will make a difference, but that's yeah, that's clean, and I just don't think that's the point. Yes, it always stops at 314. If it always stops at 314, then there's probably something. I'm guessing something happened with pi actually, but I don't know. No, pi is not in this file. It's probably somewhere in the sphere. No, not actually not. And this is fine. It doesn't look weird at all. Okay. I'm going to double check the main method here, but I don't think the main method. Yeah, I'm just going to clean up my main method a bit. Yeah, basically it stops at 314, but 314, like, what's the significance of that? And this is also unchanged. Yeah, I'm kind of lost because let me see, the cramped function should be cramped function is just a way that you force the range for the variable, and Yeah, I'm just checking if there's something that I did wrong. I don't feel like that. Lower left corner plus U times 3, yes. Origin, yes. RT weekend, the random double. Inline double should be yeah, I used this method, so yes. We already made a lot of changes to something here, so I don't think it's very much to trust. Yeah, and what about hittable? I think hittable was a function that we are actually hittable list. I feel like I just copy and pasted the whole thing, so not much space to go wrong. Yeah, I just copy and pasted the whole thing. Yeah, this is all very, very strange. The way it paused, I don't understand the way it paused. It's like when it runs 2, 3, 314. This whole loop kind of. What is happening with the image width? Well, image width shouldn't be a problem because this still has like 400 to go. Why does it stop at? Did I modify I somewhere? No. We didn't modify I, then how come this one can be paused? Like how can you not write in the data one? Okay, so for 315 this is basically J, but auto V is the only thing that's affected by J. The Kim get maybe the Kim gets Ray. Is there something wrong with that? Origin. Yeah, I don't think this can be really wrong. Yeah, let me take a look at the Ray object. I think we didn't modify anything on the Ray object since a long time ago, so let's find the place that we last touched it. Okay, it's really a long time ago. Yes, this is the Ray class. And yeah, the Ray class was not changed after a certain point. Yes, the Ray class was not the problem here. Let's continue. I don't think there's this. Oh wait, there's one problem. Okay. Let's just continue a little bit until we are sure that it should work, so that we don't just run around in circles and trying to figure out things that we cannot fix. Yes, because that's what I was talking about. It is a recursion, but I was not sure about how the recursion would work, so maybe that was the reason that it really didn't work. So we want to have another loop that guard against the possibility that the recursion just goes on and on. And this is a loop. Like if depth is less than 0, then we just say there's no light anymore. We cannot do the recursion. And depth -1. We also changed we also set up a max depth. Yeah, I don't think we need to refract the light like infinite times. It's like totally unrealistic. So yeah. And we also changed the function call here. We include the kind of universal max steps. Okay. And let's see if everything works, because last time everything looks really bad. And where did I forget to? Oh, okay, yeah. And let's do it again. I really hope it doesn't stop at 03. Okay, it didn't stop, so that's good. It gets slower and slower though. I hope it's not too slow. Maybe if we change it to like 10, because it's getting so slow and yeah, my computer is not good enough for this maybe. Yeah, sorry, let's interrupt this. I don't want this to get super slow so that it defeats the point. I don't have that good a computer, so maybe if we want to do a very nice picture, we just do it later. The point is really not to like render in the picture for 5 minutes and then writing some code. See, like it still gets slower, but it's a lot better than last time. Like last time it was basically like you can scan like 1 line like per second. That's too slow. Okay, we're going to continue reading while it's rendering. We're going to use gamma correction for accurate color intensity. Note that the shadowing under the sphere. Okay, that one is actually done. Let's try. Okay, there are still some problem with it, and the quality is really not good, but let's continue. The picture is very dark, but our spheres only absorb half of the energy on each bounce, so they are 50% reflectors. If you can't see the shadow, we'll fix that now. The spheres should look pretty light in real life. The reason for this is that almost all image viewers assume that the image is gamma corrected. Means that the 0 to 1 values have some transform before being stored as a byte. There are many good reasons for that, but for our purposes, we just need to be aware of it. To our first approximation, we can use gamma 2, which means raising the color to the power of 1 over gamma, or in our simple case, 1/2, which is just square root. Okay. Well, now it looks really dark, so I guess we need to improve it. Let's also change the divide the color by the number of samples and the gamma correct for gamma equals to 2. Oh, okay, this is just square rooting like everything, so actually not much is changed. This makes the thing looks lighter. Let's just try it and see how the color changes. It would also take some time to render, so we're going to continue reading at that time. Okay, then we're going to fix the shadow acne. I don't know what's that. There's also like a subtle bug in here. Some of the reflected rays hit the object they are reflecting of not exactly t equals to 0, but instead at t equals to how is that possible? I don't know. Or whatever floating point approximation the sphere intersector gives us, so we need to ignore hits very near 0. We change the word hits are equals to 0.1 rack. Okay. Okay, so where does the word exist? Oh, okay, so this is not 0, this is 0.001. Yes. And that one is also done. Let's do it again. Oh, here, okay. The quality is still not good, but the shadow at least is visible now, so it's good. I don't know why it's called shadow acne. It sounds very interesting. Okay, then we are going to improve it by using the true Lambertian reflection. The rejection method presented here produces random points in the unit or offset along the surface normal. This corresponds to picking directions on the hemisphere with high probability close to the normal, and a lower probability of scattering rays at grazing angles. This distribution scales by the cosine to the power 3, where that angle is the angle from the normal. This is useful since light arriving at shallow angles spread over a larger area and thus have a lower contribution to the final color. However, we're interested in a Lambertian distribution which has a distribution of cosine. Well, do you just take the third? I don't know. Take the power to 1/3? Well, true Lambertian has the probability higher for any ray scattering close to the normal, but the distribution is more uniform. This is achieved by picking random points on the surface of the unit sphere, offset along the surface normal. Picking random points on the unit sphere can be achieved by picking random points in the unit sphere and then normalizing those. Okay, this is where I get kind of lost. I don't think I understand it that well, but let's continue. I just don't know what this Lambertian distribution is. So now we are writing a unit vector that's in the unit sphere. Why do we need this? Oh, okay, we just need to take the unit vector off that. Okay. The random unit vector is a drop-in replacement for the existing random in unit sphere function. Well, I feel like the difference is only that we are using a unit vector now. But 0.3 target equals to random unit vector. Okay, after rendering we get a similar message. I don't even think we can tell if it's like the quality stays similar, but wait, so see declaration. Okay. Yes, random unit vector x3 return. Oh, okay, we are missing purposes. Okay. Okay, and we'll continue reading. It will be hard to tell the difference, given that our seeing of two spheres is so simple, but you should be able to notice two important visual differences. The one is that the shadows are less pronounced after the change. Two is both spheres are lighter in appearance after the change. Both of these changes are due to the more uniform scattering of the light rays. Fewer rays are scattering towards the normal. This means that for diffuse objects, they will appear lighter because more light bounces towards the camera. For the shadows, less light bounces straight up, so the parts of the larger sphere directly underneath the smaller sphere are brighter. Well, I think for the color, the change is very obvious in our case. And there's an alternative diffuse formulation. Okay, so basically the thing was not really the probability distribution we were looking for. Okay, for the two methods above, we have a random vector, first of random length and then of unit length, offset from the hit point by the normal. It may not be immediately obvious why the vector should be displaced by the normal. Yes, I don't understand. A more intuitive approach is to have a more uniform scatter direction for all angles away from the hit point, with no dependence on the angle from the normal. Many of the first ray tracing papers use this diffuse method. Okay, I don't think we'll switch to that because I think the one we have to look perfectly fine. If we need to do it, we'll do it later. And metal. If we want different objects to have different materials, we have a design decision. We could have a universal material with a lot of parameters and different material types. Just zero out some of those parameters. Yes, but we probably would want an abstract material class that encapsulates behavior. I think that's what most of the engines doing. Like game engines. I know Unreal is doing this. You can drag and drop different materials. And this is also more versatile, I think. Yes. Let's make a new file called materials.h. And this material h basically have a virtual boolean that's called scattered. Oh, okay. So it produces a scattered ray, or say it absorbs the incident ray. If scattered, say how much the ray should be attenuated. I don't know how it's going to be used, so let's just continue. I'm not familiar with the physics in it. And this is the data structure to describe ray object intersections. We need to change something in the hittable h. Nope, not hittable list, it's hittable. Okay, so we need to include that utility class we made. Yes, we need to include this. And we also need to have a class called materials. And this shared point material, I think it's just going to have a list of material of how different material behaves when they're hit. That's my guess of how this works. What we have set up here is that the material will tell us how rays interact with the surface. Yeah, this is a way to say how each material should behave. Yeah, and we should have a pointer that points to a specific material if we're looking for that. To achieve this, we need to change the sphere. Yes, sphere class. Public. So we now add a new generator that not only includes the point and the double, we also include a shared pointer that contains the materials that we need for the sphere. So we also add this. we just initiate the material pointer basically. And the public, we also have a new getter method for the material array. And in the end, we not only so we include one more line that set up the material to the pointer. Yeah, for now we're just including new things, like nothing is very strange here, so. And for the Lambertian case, we already have, it can either scatter always and attenuate by its reflectance R, or it can scatter with no attenuation but absorb the fraction of the rays. Or it could be a mixture of those strategies. For Lambertian materials, we get this simple class. Well, this is not simple at all for me, but yeah, let's do it without really understanding the whole thing. I'm too bad at physics to understand this. I mean, I know math, but I don't know physics this much. Well, basically, this is the version that inherits the class material, and I don't know what this is. We changed the method scatter to be the scatter direction is a normal vector plus the random vector that we generated, and the scattered is it's a ray that's along the scatter direction, and attenuation is that's a part I don't know actually. Yeah, I don't understand this very much. Now we could just as well only scatter with some probability p and have attenuation be albedo divided by p. You'll notice a small chance of mischief. If the random unit vector we generate is exactly opposite the normal vector, then you cannot have any. You cannot have any scatter. So we need to intercept that condition. In service of this, we'll create a new vector method, vec3, close to 0. Okay. So we basically this is Boolean near 0 if the basically if it's very close to 0. I don't know what this part means. I think today a lot of things are going beyond my knowledge, so I think I'll just admit that I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm asked to do here, but there are a lot for me to learn, and I don't know the physics nor the math behind it. If it's 0, then we just touch it back to become normal. So far that makes sense. For smooth surfaces, smooth metals, the ray won't be randomly scattered. The key mass is how does the ray get reflected from the metal layer? Well, this is basically just reflected along the normal vector, or it goes through the thing. Yes. This is the reflect method. And okay. This part is the part that I understand finally. I really don't understand what's going on for the distribution and the physics. So. Okay, so the metal material just reflects rays using that formula, and so let's see what does material H changes. Oh, okay, so we made another class called metal that just do this reflection, and this reflection is basically here the reflect. We want to reflect it in the according to the normal vector we have, and I think every other thing is similar. We need to return that if it scatters kind of if it's in the on the side that we're interested in. So if it's larger than 0 on the right side, kind of. We need to modify the ray color function. The ray color function is okay if it hits the so the ray we want to have a ray called scattered and a color called attenuation. And if this material scatter, that's the boolean that we kind of rewrite as the method. We want to use attenuation to kind of change the ray color a little bit, and then we return the thing that we have. Now let's add some metal spheres to our thing. Let's include metal. Okay, include material and the word. Okay, so we are adding different materials to the different things in our world. We have the ground, the center, left, and the right. This is just something that is also arbitrarily made. I don't know what color they are going to be, but yeah, I think we'll see. Okay, let's see what kind of thing we have now. Okay. So material H 23. It's a Lambertian part, so scatter direction is wait, this class is claiming that it doesn't know the struct hit record. Wait, isn't that the hittable? I thought it's the hittable that doesn't know the correct struct here. Shared pointer, not, and well, I think most of the problems are coming from the hit record. This is an include file problem, I think. Like the files are claiming that they don't know the files that they should have known. So include RTH, and they should know this. And the material class is here, and the hittable should also know RT weekend. Not sure if we should still know the ray now, but I guess it doesn't hurt. And the sphere, just this part is changed, and the pointer is added here. I don't think there's a problem with the sphere. It's mostly the materials, I think. Oh, okay, I see. The order, yeah, the order is very wrong. It should be quite obvious, but apparently I didn't notice. Yeah, I totally messed up the what that thing is doing. I misunderstood. I was like, why is the class material? Wait, not really. This is right. Nothing is wrong here. Yeah, that's what the was doing, and this is the struct. Yes, that was right. And the class is material. Have this, and hitable H is having. Yes, this is right. And we already fixed that, so material H. Dot function does not take 1 argument. I'm pretty sure dot function takes 1 arguments. No, the dot function actually doesn't. How is that possible? Vex3H. This is not 1 argument, this is 2 arguments. Okay, so the dot returns 2 times dot v n. Yeah. I think most of the and also material 46, no function can take the scattered is equal to did I I feel like I missed something very obvious here because it's like how could I get the type I cannot convert from Vex3 to ray? But anyway, the version should have caught this. This is normal. And the random unit factor, that is right. And the Vex3 has a near zero method. This is a near zero method and returns true if the vector is close to 0 or dimensions. Material H, version, material, scatter, hit code, color, and ray, you override the function, and scatter is in the direction, there's a random. Yeah, we already modified this part, so yeah, sphere is just 3 lines that we need to modify. Yeah, it's I think it's the placement of the struct that really messed me up here. But I still feel like everything is not that wrong. Yes, the dot function doesn't take variables. Use of undefined type. No, I don't want to do it here. Yes, like here, we all have the heterocode and I honestly don't know what's the part that's wrong, but but slash out this. I don't think this was why it stopped, but if it doesn't cause more problem, then yeah, it doesn't matter. Cat to generate scatter direction. What did we do to the main function? Or did we not do anything to the main function? Oh, okay, that's okay. I knew it was a really stupid one. Well, there's still some problem, but it's not the same problem at least. Memory. No overload takes. Let me not to sash out that. I don't want to sash out this. Oh, we're tracing 46. Make word sphere point word add sphere. That part? Make shared sphere 0.300. And that makes me feel very confused because we really added it like a long time ago. No, not that long time, but we added something to the word, and why does it just realize now that there's some conversion problem? Okay. Well, I think the problem is basically that the sphere function is oh no, we don't want to go to this. Okay, I don't want really to go there. No overload function takes 2 arguments. Word dot add. Okay. Made shared sphere 0.30. Okay, this is not where it goes wrong, and this is also not hittable objects. And we already did this, so Oh, okay, we are deleting these 2 lines. Oh, that's I never noticed this kind of thing. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at this. I can't notice what's like deleted. Okay, sorry. That was really my bad. Yeah, what did I do? Okay. Sorry, it really like threw me off, and as you can see, I'm really not good at proofreading or like finding the difference between 2 files. I totally can't do that. And while we're waiting, just continue to read. Fuzzy refraction. We can also randomize the refracted direction by using a small sphere and choosing a new endpoint for the ray. Okay. Oh, that's good. That looks very much like what we really want to get. Okay, so the ground is basically a kind of a green material, and the center is red. These 2 are both like kind of transparent with a like blue or yellow hue. The bigger the sphere, the fuzzier the refraction will be. This suggests adding a fuzziness parameter that is just the radius of the sphere. The catch is that for bigger spheres or grazing rays, we may scatter below the surface. We can just have the surface absorb this. Okay, let's change the material again. Now I'm just very tired of the materials because it's so like prone to different errors. Albedo A and fuzzy F less than 1 question mark. Sorry, I don't know what that means, so I'm also like spamming question mark in my head. But it's basically random unit sphere. Oh, it also adds a like double fuzz. We can try it out by adding fuzziness 0.3 and 1 to the metals. Oh, okay, so now the left and right are different. Make material left, make metal color 0.8, okay, 0.3. And this is 1.0. And let's do it again. Some dielectrics, clear materials such as water, glass, and diamonds are dielectrics. When a light ray hits them, it splits into a refracted ray and refracted transmitted ray. We'll handle that by randomly choosing between reflection or refraction, and only generating 1 scattered ray per interaction. Okay, let's first test how the previous file changed. Oh yes, now the fuzziness is kind of different. The hardest part to debug is the refracted ray. I usually first just have all the right refract if there's a refraction ray at all. For this project, I tried to put 2 glass balls in our thing and I got this. I have not told you how to do this right or wrong yet, but soon. Okay. Well, it doesn't look right at all. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything transparent, so. Oh yeah, this is Snell's law. I think I remember. Yeah, I remember learning this at some point. I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically, yeah, you have this formula where the secant the prime are the angles from the normal, and I don't know, eta prime are the refractive indices. Typically, air is 1, glass is 1.3 to 1.7, diamond is 2.4. The geometry is this. Yes, I remember learning this, but yes. It's really nice that I have to be reminded of the physics, but yes. On the refracted side of the surface, there's a refracted ray and a normal n, and there exists an angle between them. We can split r prime into the part of the ray that are perpendicular to n and parallel to n. Yes. And if we solve for them, we basically get the perpendicular part, and the this is the Pythagorean theorem. Can go ahead and prove this. We don't need to prove this because let's just continue. We still need to solve for cosine. It's well known that the dot product of two vectors can be expressed by the cosine. So basically, if they are both unit vectors, A dot product B is just cosine. So we rewrite this using we're writing this, replacing the cosine by the dot product of negative R and M. So we now write a function to calculate that. I'm going to copy and paste this because I think the typos are going to be crazy if I were to just type them myself. Okay, refract. And the dielectric material that always refracts is this. This part also, let's do it first and then understand. Okay, so we have this material that has the index of refraction. And the scatter we re-implemented. Attenuation is 111. Okay. And this is the formula, I think. Unit direction is the same, and the refracted, we just use the method that we just have that calculates cosine, perpendicular, and parallel vector. We plug that in, and that's the refracted vector. This IR is the index of refraction variable. So if we update the material center and left, we are going to get something different. Maybe that something different is not what we want, but let's get it first. Okay, let's try it first. Okay. There's a total internal reflection. That definitely doesn't look right. One troublesome factor issue is that when the ray is in the material with the higher refraction index, there's no real solution to Snell's law, and thus there's no refraction possible. If we refer back to Snell's law and the derivation of sine theta prime. Okay, before that, let's try the image first to make sure we are still following. Yes, we're still following, but this doesn't look good. We need to improve that. If the ray is inside glass and outside is air, then, well, you know from that reality it cannot refract. So yes, we need to have a... we need to change this to have a... to know that you cannot refract like from a lower index to a like higher index of refraction, because it's like physically it doesn't happen. Yeah, this is the refraction ratio times that. Like maybe it doesn't. We can solve for sine theta using the trig quantities. Yes. Why do we need to calculate it there? That's a part that I may not be understanding. Like we are basically replacing the refracted by a well, first we need to solve the sine and the cosine so that we know what kind of angle we're getting, and then if the refraction ratio times sine is larger than 1, then it cannot refract. Then we just do the reflection without any refraction. Otherwise, we include the refraction ratio. I think that's what we do. Yeah, I cannot offer a better explanation because I really don't know much or don't know enough about it. And let's change the parameters in the main method a bit to see. Okay, we changed the center material. Now real glasses have refractivity that varies with angle. Look at a window at a steep angle and it becomes a mirror. There's a big ugly equation for that, but almost everybody uses a cheap and surprisingly accurate polynomial approximation by Christopher Stick. This yields our full glass material. Okay, so let's see this first and then let's make a better glass. It's very amazing that a polynomial can do it. Yeah, it's surprising to me. So if cannot refract, let's get back to that. If cannot refract, or this is or the reflectance is larger than the double. I don't know what that means. Let's do it first. And there's another private function called reflectance. What is our reflectance doing? It uses the Schlick's approximation for reflectance, which is okay. It is some kind of polynomial that's to the power of 1 minus cosine. And yeah, I don't know what that is, but it's just some formula that we need to use here, I think. What's this? One interesting and easy trick with dielectric spheres is to know that if you use the negative radius, the geometry is unaffected, but the surface normal points inward. This can be used as a bubble to make a hollow glass sphere. Let's see. So we are adding another thing to our word. This is the fourth object. Yes. And this gives the hollow glass sphere. Positionable camera. Okay. Yes, camera is difficult to debug, but yes, that's a lot adjustable field of view. This is the angle you see through the portal. Since our image is not square, the field of view is different horizontally and vertically. I always use vertical field of view. I also usually specify it in degrees and change to radians inside the constructor, a matter of personal taste. Well, I think degrees are fine, so let's check our image. Yes, okay, it doesn't look bad. I first keep the rays coming from the origin and heading to the z equals to -1 plane. We could make it the z equals to -2 plane or whatever, as long as we made h a ratio to that distance. Here's our setup. Okay. This implies h is half of the tangent of theta. Yes, because this is a symmetry here. So we need to modify something of our camera class. Basically, we change the aspect ratio and the viewpoint. I'm going to replace this part. This is the vertical field of view in degrees, and aspect ratio, we still have that variable. Theta is degrees to radians, we already have that utility function, and h is calculated by tangent of half theta, and viewpoint height is 2.0 times h, and width is the aspect ratio, depending on the height. When calling it, we do it in main and oh, okay, we change it in the word actually. It's a bit surprising to me here. So first the auto is cosine pi divided by 4. Like, to be honest, I don't know what that is, or I just don't know why do we choose that. Where do we use it? So let's just continue. I realize the second part is a lot harder in terms of concept. It's not only the algebra anymore. It's a lot of physics which I'm not that well informed about. And do we just not do the ground and center? Just do left and right? Oh, okay, we just changed the thing. Just change the thing, so okay, then I'm just going to copy and paste it because we basically like get rid of a lot of things that we have. If we're just saying, like seeing if it could work, then I guess it makes sense. Seeing with wide angle camera. Okay, this is one also fast. Yes, this is what we're having. Positioning and orienting the camera. To get an arbitrary viewpoint, let's first name the points we care about. We call the position where we place the camera look from, and the position we look at. Okay. We also need a way to specify the roll or sideways tilt of the camera. Okay, like the angle. Another way is, yeah, we can still rotate the camera. That should happen. But that's just an angle or a vector, so yeah, we can use it as a okay, orthogonal basis to describe the cameras. Okay, makes sense. Let's do it in the camera. Here's the point 3. Look from, look at, and vertical up. That part is viewpoint width. We are okay. Are we just replacing the focal length and origin horizontal? Oh yes, because we are rewriting the. Yes, we are rewriting them using our orthogonal basis that we have. This WUV is our orthogonal basis. Yeah, I learned linear algebra. I really like this concept, by the way. So yeah, get ray is also changed in a way that it's not. Wait, you're just changing the variable. You didn't change anything else. You just changed the letters. But anyway, like the author wants to change the number, so let's do it. And let's do it. Oh wow, that looks very nice. But maybe let's see, we just add those different things and add the camera. This is practically like this is very useful for like game development. Like they're really like teaching you to code a camera from from scratch, which is like very invaluable. Very valuable knowledge. I think if I were to understand more about what's happening behind the scenes, this would be very useful to me. Yes, and this is very nice. We can change the field of view to get a more zoomed in view. Let's just try it. I think it could also be very nice. Well, we're basically doing this. What is this? Let me see. What is this? The vertical field of view. Yes, vertical field of view. So basically, it's zoomed in. Yeah, it's like from height 90 to height 20, I think. So the picture zoomed in a lot. Defocus blur. It's a very different concept, but it's not a final feature. Defocus blur. Notice all photographers will call it depth of field, so be aware of only. Okay, I don't neither of them, so we should be fine. Yes, now it's very zoomed in, and you can see the texture is actually nice. I think for our last one, I'm going to do 100, and just to see like how nice it is if we have the full power of rendering. For now, we're just saying. Or let's do 100 and let it render, so that we can see how well it renders if we give it enough time. Okay, that's it render. We're going to continue reading. The reason we defocus blur in real cameras is because they need a big hole. to gather light. This will defocus everything, but if we stick a lens in the hole, there will be a certain distance where everything is in focus. We can think of a lens this way. All light rays coming from a specific point at the focus distance, and that hits the lens will be sent back to a single point on the image sensor. I don't understand that in terms of the camera, but I know it's true in terms of our eyes. So yeah. We call that distance the focus distance. Yeah, this is the distance between the projection point and the plane where everything is in perfect focus. In a physical camera, the focus distance is controlled by the distance between the lens and the film or the sensor. Yeah, for real, well, it's been a really long time since I put my hands on a real camera, so sorry I couldn't explain better. But for our virtual camera, we can have a perfect sensor and never needs more light. So we only have a aperture when we want defocus blur. A real camera has a complicated compound lens. For our code, we could start simulate the order: sensor, lens, and then aperture. Then we could figure out where to send the rays and flip the image. Graphics people, however, usually use a thin lens approximation. So this is the film, the lens, the focus plane. Yes. We don't need to simulate any of the inside of the camera for the purpose of rendering an image outside the camera. That would be unnecessarily complexity. Instead, I use the start rays from the lens and send them toward the focus plane. Towards the focus plane, where everything on that plane is in perfect focus. Okay. Yes. We're going to generate sample rays. In the Vex3H, normally all things rays originated from the look-from point. In order to accomplish defocus blur, generate random scene rays originating from inside the disk centered at the look-from point. The larger the radius, the greater the defocus blur. You can think of our original camera as having a defocus disk of radius 0. So all rays originated at the disk center look from. Let's see how well the image looks right now. Yes, look, this looks very smooth. Like everything looks like a real picture, and the glass. You can see how the glass looks very nice. And it even have this, yeah, very nice thing. Vex3 has a random in unique disk. Okay, this is just generating random numbers inside the unique disk. I'm going to put it after the random int vector. And for our camera, we need more parameters: aspect ratio, aperture, and focus distance. And the WV, the unit vectors, we are making changes to them. What part are we making changes? Oh, why we can do that? Kind of wonders, but anyway. Horizontal, vertical, lower left corner, and lens radius. Lens radius is the aperture divided by 2, and horizontal is the focus distancing. Okay, so we are taking account of the focus distance here. Yeah. And get ray is a bit more complicated in the way that the ray also the ray distance take account of the lens radius, and then we find a random point in the unique disk. The offset is we just kind of the offset is just the like you like normalize the UV vector, and then the ray is origin plus offset. The lower left corner, yeah, and we add the Vex3, our orthogonal basis, and the lens radius. The 0.3 look from, that is in the camera part, I think. We need to set the point we are looking from, and we also set the point we're looking at. We set V up, set the disk to focus, and the aperture accordingly. Yeah. It's still from a similar height. I'm going to change that way back to 10 so that it doesn't... Or maybe... Well, let's do it. Let's do it, actually. Let's do this. I know it's going to take a long time, but let's do it. Maybe this is the last picture here, so I still want to do it, even though it's slow. Let's continue reading meanwhile. A final render. First, let's make the scene on the cover of the book. Lots of random spheres. Hitable list random scene. Okay, so we are adding this to the beginning of our big class. It's going to be very, very exciting, I feel like. Let's read. So we have this ground material, and we're choosing different random points as the center of the spheres. And then this part is doing the material. Like it can be diffuse, metal, or glass. We produce the different. We set up the materials accordingly, and then the material 1 is this thing that we made out. The material 2 is the metal is here. The glass is dielectric, and diffuse is inversion. And the image, we are going to make a larger image this time. Image. Aspect ratio and image width. Wow, samples per pixel is 500. I think it's going to blow up my computer. Word is the random thing. It's in the beginning, the random thing. And wow, it looks very, very nice. I really want to see it. Okay, that one is also close. Point is, yeah, that's why it's probably done. But let me change this first. I don't want to get distracted, and I don't know where I was. Okay, so this part, and yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. And that one is done, so let's try it. Yeah. Okay, this one is also very nice. We don't get the full picture because it's cropped out, but yeah, let's try this, the final thing. So we need to build this. Hopefully this builds. It's the last one, please. See declaration of 4. Redefinition. Yeah, I definitely. Where did I? Okay, yes. So this is the auto word, and let's do it. Yes. Okay, it's going to take a long time. Yeah, as you can see, my computer is not good for this. But okay, you now have a cool ray tracer. Hopefully we can do the last thing. I'm probably going to start playing Elden Ring, and then at the end we're going to see what the final picture looks like. What's next? We can do lights. We can do lights by sending shadow rays to lights, or it can be done implicitly by making some objects emit light. Okay. And then or making some biasing scatter rays towards them, and then downweighting those rays to cancel out the bias. Triangles. Most cool models are in triangle form. The model IO is okay. It's the worst and almost. Okay, I don't know what that part is. Surface texture is that you paste images on like wallpaper. Yeah, it is pretty easy, but I think when I tried to explore it in Unreal, it was not easy. Started textures. there's something that we can look at if we're curious. Volumes and media. Cool stuff, and we're challenging our software architecture. Okay. Yes. Parallelism. Now run n copies of your code on n cores with different random seeds, averaging the n runs. Okay, have fun. I think I'm having a lot of fun in this, so yeah. For now, I'm just going to leave it here, and I think according to this speed, I'm not even sure if today I can show it to you. If not, I'll just make a screenshot and show you tomorrow. I think it will be done by the time I turn off my computer, but just not by the time I finish streaming. So yeah. Let's take a short break, and for me to turn the light and get something to drink. So, and then we'll start the Not For broadcast. I just want to take a little break from Elden Ring. I think I'll go back to it.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
To every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
What was that? Okay.
Now you start to see, yes? The people never happy.
Yeah, I just got back and the sound is really throwing me off. Let me listen to my how does the sound feel like?
Are you saying that Advance have cured
Okay,
death?
yeah, it's very loud. I'm going to turn it down.
Still vassal slaves were just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only
Yeah, I'm
getting
going to
started.
just call it small and
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And
yeah.
I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
I kind of also want
Daddy,
to.
it's starting!
Well, first we need to
The one of you's a
turn
bit
off
Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been.
Yeah, I can still hear it, so let's do it.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance
Okay,
is
let's
lying
continue.
to you.
Story mode.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes?
Let's do story mode.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Okay. What's happening? I never performed that well in these high stress situations. So let's hope I don't do really bad in it. Loading screens can be skipped by inventing a time machine. Compiling can also be skipped, but anyway. What am I doing? Oh, okay.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Don't
What?
worry, it's not hard, and I'm
Do I
going to
not even need any training to do it?
I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast classroom, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look
Oh
up at
my
the top.
god, that's very high stress situation.
You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen.
Yes, this
That's
is
what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there
behind
in the middle.
this.
That's the one you control.
Oh my god.
Now the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio. And
Okay, so I can just
using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer
just like
at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time.
like, do it like a DJ, like you flip through all the okay.
These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all
What?
you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got
I
the
don't
camera,
even know
press
what's
the
going on. I feel like okay, let's
You can
feel
see
the
on
forward.
screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to
Yes.
explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till
No,
the
it's 54 seconds. I don't have a lot of time.
desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
Okay, let's just pick some random things. Exercise with hamsters. My son at the victory. I don't know what's that. Come to Bumblebee. I undiscovered holiday gem follows in tight budgets. There's nowhere else.
You should be getting a signal from the studio soon.
Yes, I'm so
When you get the signal,
so stressed.
the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Stuck.
Corn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me come out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. It's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist, going in 5, 4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next is going to be the throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's
I
all great.
cannot relax at all.
The Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans. Top chat. Sports fans. Wonderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have
What?
to say on their historic history.
Right, button
That's all
2
coming up on
in
tonight.
3,
National
2,
Nightly News.
1. Now, lovely, mate.
What? Why did I just like switch to?
Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
What? Like when that thing vanishes, I just hit 1 and like go back to. Okay, I'm still waiting.
Switch to screen 1. Now, lovely, mate.
But first,
Okay.
the votes are in and it's a decisive
But this
win
is
for
like
the
really high
It's a landslide
stress.
victory with an astonishing 81.
Oh wait, actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just need to change something to the. Yeah. The game category it's. Yeah. I just realized I'm still like in software development. Like this is no software development. Okay.
Percent of the
Oh,
popular
let's
vote
do it.
is the biggest election win in living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change.
Okay.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's
What are we doing?
overwhelming mandate,
Are we just
but have yet
waiting?
to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary
Right,
Jeffrey
it's going
Jackson
well.
has
All you've got to do
issued a
now is
statement
play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right.
Okay.
You can play the first one at a first break and so on, but you can play them in any order.
Okay, we're just
I'll
playing
count
songs.
you as well, but keep
Just
your
take the
eye
first
on
one
the
now.
clock.
to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
I-
3,
That's all coming
2,
up.
1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
Okay, so we have 1 more minute for this, and while they are doing that, we're kind of filling the next section up.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your
Okay.
friendship.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, no signal for any of this.
We made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate.
Not doing great. This is like so high stress.
This is
I feel like this is higher stress than Dota 2.
multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb.
These aren't my
1.
cards. Please
Try and keep the shot on whoever is
What?
talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10
What?
seconds at most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough.
I don't
It's
even.
who's doing the talking, yeah?
I don't even know what I'm doing. I feel
It's
like.
not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Yes, we have 15.
Studio.
So we need to. So I don't know what we are doing, but we apparently need to do it.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
Oh, okay.
is here with the star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent, and today
Okay,
I have a
she's
guest who
talking,
starred in
so wait.
everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go to
the
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his
joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is a
What? This is so difficult.
Try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that?
What?
Well, as I said to Peter...
They're like talking back and forth. How can I do that?
Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's
He's
reaction.
a wonderful chap.
Lovely. Now back to Thunder
I
Twat.
worked with him on several movies.
What?
He was highly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you
Sorry, I'm
implying?
just doing random things because I.
But seriously,
Like,
yes,
my
you're
mind
right.
is.
It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others.
Been on that shot a bit long.
For freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards. Although
I'm just.
those 3
I think I'm really not doing that well.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding. Giving
Get back to who's talking.
for one's audience.
Yes.
I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it
Remember
for
the
the positive
10-second
change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult.
Yeah,
I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll
What?
explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week.
Right, they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Oh, looks like Blunderclatch is really losing it in the studio. I'd love to hear what he's saying, but we can't find out now. We'll go to the Russia's room together once
What?
the break's over.
I think now we're going to censor something, but
It's not your fault.
You think I don't know that?
Nolans mustn't think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
what? This is sounds really weird and violent.
All for you.
Dr. Hemlock.
We're gonna change the world, you remember? If only I listened to you.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
You need to see this.
Now it's all too late.
Look at this!
The virus. The sterility. This formula.
What?
This formula, this is the key.
What is the other thing that we're going to do? Are we going to play another ad?
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play
Yes, we
another
want to play
ad.
another
Remember
ad.
to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Yes.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that
What?
swear word going out on the broadcast,
And then we need to do it.
down the bleep button or the space bar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take
Yeah,
a
I
bit
think
of
it can
practice
take a
getting
lot
used to
of
two things at
practice.
once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you got to do
Okay,
is
so
hold
this
it
is
down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume
What?
of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
Loosely.
As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down. Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Seriously?
That works. 5, 4.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to change the graphics to be. Yes, I don't want such a. Yeah, I don't want such a high graphics because I don't need it, I think.
3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to advance headquarters. I'm told we can now go live to advance Peter Clement and
Okay.
the two leaders are about to make
I
their
hope
decision.
this guy is not going to
Are about
swear.
make their
Oh, that guy.
acceptance.
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Well, thank you all for coming. And, thank you all for coming. And, well, what a
Where do I
day.
start? They said we
What
couldn't
a
do
day.
it.
They
They
certainly
said
did.
we
They
couldn't
used
do it. Every dirty, low-down, lying,
every
southern
dirty,
bastard
low-down
trick
liar
they had against us. But you, the people,
Nice.
you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me
Yeah, I think I would just
cross on
want.
the ground is funny.
Memorably put.
Nailed it.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party's what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering,
I cannot
you
play
don't need a
it by
party.
ear. I
You need a team.
don't.
A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not
Okay.
inaccurate.
I think I didn't.
Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
Oh, the three guys are
know
just
this.
watching.
Probably you already don't. Because the likes of you and me
Okay, I
are
forgot
not
to.
welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education.
Okay.
To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolutely
Sorry, that's my keyboard thing. I kind
So
of
to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a
Kind of
pittance to serve you
unintentionally.
drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
You're only meant to censor the
today.
swear word.
It ends today.
We are coming
Audience
for
is
your
getting bored,
sports
mate.
cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been, in the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again, just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
okay.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance, and our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble.
Okay, that's me.
So, as the country braces itself
I'm very
for new
much in
government,
trouble, but I
that's all
don't
from
know.
us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage.
Where can you get warm, sandy beaches, clear waters, and fine dining?
Oh,
Well, we're not sure, but here in St.
this is
Bonnie on the
very
Trent, we've got
tiring,
Big
and I
Hill and the
feel
bus
like I'm
stops
just
twice daily.
randomly chatting
Visit
different things. I
picturesque
can't
St. Bonnie
even.
this summer and experience a holiday that's simply unlike any other.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went, each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next
Well, let's
page.
see more info. I just
Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened.
some rude words for broadcast.
What the audience did, they're a fickle fucking bunch. And of course you can really drill it
Exceedingly
down.
proud at-
I get better at making TV. I never came here, never once.
Okay, I'm not that good.
This is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
Why would you use a cleaner to do this? It's like, I don't know. I feel like I can't even do it with the card TV.
This one's important. Tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks. Alright mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished,
oh my god, and then you see the you see the very bad edit that I did.
In a few moments, we'll be going live
Okay.
to tonight's National
I don't even want to
Nightly
see
News.
it.
But before
Please.
that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies from East Grinching.
That's followed at 8 p.m. by award-winning documentary series The Shape of Now, which tonight looks at the history of the knee-length sock and its importance during the Great Blackouts of 1871.
Well, I don't even want to look at it, to be honest. I feel like it's too bad.
Click on rushes and let's have a look at those. Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go. When you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Yeah, this actually have a plot, and probably a very useful plot.
Apparently he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's at liability in the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this. 10 seconds, everybody.
I mean, a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Okay.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pat.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start?
I nearly hit the source this morning. It's so...
Then the grin is funny.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party's what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party, you need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shit in pants on and opening their dusty checkbook.
Okay, did it say anything, or it's just they are watching the...
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
Oh, but this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
Oh, no. I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. He's not an...
Absolute bonehead. I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed to do one beastly interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin, bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Okay, it's like
Welcome back to the National
is...
Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first our very own culture reporter Megan Wolf is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest joys.
Oh, I'm not sure if I want to know about.
You know, seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, it feels like everyone is having it in a difficult way. Oh, okay, I don't want to see the. I don't think it's interesting enough to see all that. Oh my god, this is difficult. Day 3? It's already day 3? From the advanced government Article 4. Okay, then is there anything we can do? After oh yeah, I think I want to get friendly, but I feel like that I'm just cleaner. What? Yeah, it's really not something that's easy to deal with, like with my current job. I feel like the job is also so challenging. A colleague has confided in you that taking some confidential information of file of minor importance has gone missing. I feel like my colleague should report it, and yeah, wow. Well, I still don't want to. I mean, if I get fired, then maybe it's not the right company anyway. So. Well, let's just play it nice, so there's like no point in like just being very unfriendly in this. So in your spare time you like relax along or making models. Well, I'd rather spend time with my family and children. I feel like the yeah. Why are we having this questionnaire? Your ideal holiday should be surrounded by natural beauty. Well, I don't want this to be me, so just please notice that none of the answer is like really me. It's the character I'm playing here. It's a role-play thing. I'm not answering the questionnaire as if I were to answer it myself. It's the most important that the government keeps people safe, free, happy, and equal. I still want free. Yeah, maybe it's not going well if I answer last day to be free, but okay, but I still want it. It's late, Sam and the kid have gone to bed. You're just drying up a favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. Print faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. There's in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon-green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table visibly stressed. I'm so sorry for... Okay, should I go get Sam? No, no need to worry, Sam. I just need 2 minutes. You heard about the Assets of Wealthy Act? I'm not really working news. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that kind of power. I can't believe they're actually getting away with it. Which is why I need your help. What exactly is it you need? I need to borrow my passport. No. That's definitely a no. It's not something like, it has nothing to do with family or not. This is just, I'm going to lose my job and probably a lot of other things if I do that. They've taken mine and have bloody countries, but people always say you and I are similar. I need to leave before it's too late. Me and my money used to. It's upstairs in the safe. I'll do this, but it's only because that's my wife's sibling. I just don't want people to suffer too much. And I want to tell my wife about it, because it's my wife's sibling. If she says we should not do it, then we're not going to do it. Yeah. We have to look out for family, and I know my little Chrissy, it's probably all one big overaction. Yeah, I will do it, but it's only for my wife, and because that's my wife's sibling, so I'll do it. Okay, this is definitely a wrong decision, but I think the main character has to make it. Like, I don't want to be like out of character here, so. Oh, okay. Oh, wait a moment. There's something I need to read here. Okay, I'm back.
Let's get set up and get on with it, eh? So I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Highland James is coming. An elegant new skin cream with supporting new taste. Should be played, introduce. Okay.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the Vision Mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Now, you're in auto headline mode, so if you don't bother to pick a photo before that clock runs out, the machine's just going to pick one at random for you. I just want to say one more thing.
What is that
The
for?
pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives.
Oh, okay, I see.
Choose carefully.
Well, I think I don't ever want people to look at that. So.
You're back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
Snuggle hugs.
That's the bastard.
Yeah, I wouldn't get one of those. My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody!
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Well, I know this one is not going to swear, but I'm not sure.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future may hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guests if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to
Okay, I mean,
the markets have responded
I think this is what kind of image we want to have for her, so that was the correct choice.
In her press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snodgrass. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety, making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg and Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's tape. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have."
Okay.
Playing the field. Rumours abound that sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artist Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show...
Yeah, I just don't want to make people look
has
that.
kept her firmly
Like,
in
no
the
matter... Because I don't understand what the events are, so...
And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective, with more and more powers passing to the police, and less oversight. Are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that, and Megan Wolf with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
What are we playing? Are we playing an advertisement? I think we're playing advertisement at some point, but I just don't know which point.
The government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised, but what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book.
Plan,
Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps
I hope they don't just start swearing.
If we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word.
Why is this word not censored? I thought this word would be censored.
It's all in my book. Alan James is
shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't.
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking
out of the wrong orifices.
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
What? They're just...
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is...
They're just arguing how am I supposed to follow them.
90% of the population wealthier, and is
the good thing that they're not swearing, but I don't like the fact.
What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research in the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book,
oh, they are really going hard on
opiates. Franken-science and opiates. Like opiates. See?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong. I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan.
Okay, we only have half a minute left. Let's do it.
Space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating Law and Order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
Okay, let's just play that.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them, then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
Okay, are they just going?
What's meant by that?
With a vast range of activities.
Okay, thankfully we are doing this.
How's it going actually? Fuck it, I don't care, I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune though. Alright mate, see you later, bye!
That's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody.
Oh, we still have 2 more segments. I'm like so dead right now.
3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory? Can you hear me,
I've
Gregory?
got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country.
Are they also fighting a war or something?
To try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. We need more support from ministers. We need change at a structural level, Jeremy. At a structural level. Darling.
I feel like I shouldn't broadcast that.
It never is it?
Just hang on. Just hang. The problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes.
This is like a broadcast accident, but I cannot.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
We need.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public.
Sorry to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving? Can I have a moment to
Yes, I totally understand. Yes. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Gregory Judge. Next, I'm joined by
Oh my gosh, this is
Constable
totally a
man with a very
wrong thing to
different
broadcast.
Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob? Do you think there's a problem?
I'm sure
with
we
the
all
system,
do,
Bob?
Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or cosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly.
Oh,
It's all in the
okay.
Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimps escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was
For a
saying,
very simple reason, I just do not want to show that scene at all.
Immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay.
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
I'm sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back on Jeremy Donaldson?
Okay, I think the best way is just to not show it, since I cannot use the whole thing. Just not show it.
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this...
Where's the paddle?
Hold on just a moment. Hold on just a moment.
Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this again. Clive, I am not having this again.
I feel like it doesn't matter, like you're still hearing everything. What's the difference in like seeing it or not seeing it?
No one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
What?
Bob Peel
This is so wrong.
The police's position on morality force. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a SWAT. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony. Many happy
Cheers,
returns,
Jez.
Tony.
Call me Titwank, Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony? Can you tell us what
Titwank,
it's like
Tony.
in prison?
Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, Titwank's quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank, Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank, Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Oh my god.
Big Chris, Little Chris, Big Chris, and Vampire Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
I
One sec,
don't.
love. Please on the news. One sec, love. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. Just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Freebonnet, you've only got Mr. Fancy, oh. You got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news. Not now,
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time. It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way,
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we
are probably not getting it.
Tony, I mean, we were literally away for 2 seconds. How does this happen, Tony? Can you hear me?
I feel like the audience still love it.
I've managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away.
Okay, we are still having one more segment.
I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that.
I definitely wouldn't get
You won't
it.
get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip: when the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
Their visible place, and 7 out of 10 dentists would recommend it.
10 seconds, everybody. You're not open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolf, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College, who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe
What's the first screen doing? Like, what is that?
Charlotte's my oldest.
I'm the older, more popular one.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problems...
People are not talking over each other. I don't
They
even
say,
know what
hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
It's good that I don't swear, but I'm so...
The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it.
Okay, I think we are going to switch to number 1 at some point.
So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin.
How did you react?
But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this old democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary. I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Another day of tears. Another day of fears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh, heavens no! It's Gary the Fist!
Oh, heavens
no! Gary the Fist!
What is this?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. It's so important.
Maths is for losers. What? Maths is for losers. My arm's stuck, coach. Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Keep going.
Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Now, double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
My arm's free, coach. Who are you to stand up to me? I, Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to remain. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap.
Okay, there are some definitely good choices, but my reaction time is not good for that. Oh, I have like 2 minutes to go.
Kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum, and for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman?
Go.
Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women
is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you
We're going back to number 3 at some point.
it's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News.
Yeah, I'm actually really thankful. I
All the headlines from across the country.
I hope this don't go on too much. I'm like totally out of it, I feel like.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
In front of you. I don't want to scare you, but
Oh, okay. I got A+, although I feel like I did really badly. And let's just continue. Okay, we're not that poor. So that's good. I don't know what this means.
No, for my sister's kid, Mr. Fuckletugs or something.
Snuggle hugs?
That's the bastard.
Yeah, I wouldn't get one of those. My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
one
we
that
have
lives across
seen
the moon.
this. Oh.
All that, and Megan Wolf with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
30 seconds back, everybody. Can we get the gets in quickly, please?
We actually had to make the book indestructible because people tried to set it on fire too much. It's like
Thanks for coming on.
bonfires.
Thanks for having me.
But, Alan James, no doubt you've read my stuff.
I try not to, if I'm honest.
Behave.
You're not the boss of
I
me.
literally am. 10 seconds, everybody. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the asset...
Okay.
I'm just saying I'll do what I can, that's all.
Bullshit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
I've said I put a word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. Is little JD scared of the big bad culture with butter?
If that sticks,
Going in
I'll destroy
5,
you.
4, 3.
I still don't know what that new policy is exactly. I know it's like confiscating people's money, but
Well, where is
I don't know
In his dressing room, probably banging his
what
head
it
against the
has
wall.
to do with all
Look,
the
I've
other
got this. I'm
other
sure he's
stuff.
on his way. Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be? This is on you.
10 seconds, everybody. We're going to open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm
Okay. I kind of want to see what the
Kids, you love them, we love them, and they just love Mr. Skylark! Yeah! With his state-of-the-art human-like voice to keep them company when you can't. If you keep me happy, I'll keep you safe. And his incredible real-action eyes. I hope your mommy and daddy don't die in a fire. That would be bad. It's no wonder Mr.
it
Snugglehead
doesn't
is the
feel
gift
like
your child
an
wants this
appropriate
Christmas.
ad, I think. It's good that we didn't
That's
play
right,
it.
little one. You don't want to be left out. I
Okay, no wonder that we got that note that saying like please not play it. It's not a good one.
Mr. Snugglehugs in stores now.
Okay. And we've seen part of this, I think. Let's see what's the Christmas thing.
This is Crazy Neil's Festive Yuletide Ornament Spectacular! So you've got the best Christmas tree that your money can buy, and you want to put on it some crazy-ass Christmas ornaments. We want to give you a spectacular Christmas cactus. You know what it's like? You've run out of things to dress up, and you want your house to look like a Christmas bomb has hit it, then we've got the ornaments for you. You want something like vases, or vases, or another cactus to go with your first cactus, or this, a crazy Christmas vase.
I don't even know who made this. It's like really bad and...
Christmas elephant, we've got all the seasonal animals. Crazy Neil's crazy deals.
It makes me feel better about my UI design. This looks so like a pretty bad.
It's a rainbow of crazy fun. Don't be a prick and get yourself quick. Grab yourself a crazy deal.
I also need to like mute this and still play that. Go-getters. What's a go-getters? I think I saw it, but I didn't really notice what's going on.
Our children are our future. Advance knows this, and we're here to help. The new Advance Go-Getters initiative will ensure that every young person enjoys the abundance of benefits that only a true community can provide.
I thought I played this. Why am I not remember seeing any of it?
Ups and downs to help make things even better. With a vast range of activities.
Oh yeah, I've seen this part. So the first part I think I was too stressed to know this.
With the Go-Getters, you can be sure that your children will be well equipped in the march towards progress. After all, there's nothing better than moving forwards. The Advanced Go-Getter.
Okay. And what is this?
Why bother strengthening your body when you can strengthen your face? We believe your skin deserves the best, so the new formula actively removes harsh chemicals from your skin. The high salt content actually pulls the dihydrogen monoxide right from your pores to give you the crisp, brittle skin you've come to expect. New Judico Shon will revitalize the appearance of the strength of your face's skin. 41% of women we surveyed said they loved their visible flakes, and 7 out of 10 dentists would recommend it. Judico Shon, because we said so.
Okay. I actually don't want to continue, so let's stop here. I think there's a autosave right before this. So yeah, let me get to the next screen and see where is the autosave point. Quit to main menu, and yeah, let's stop here for today.
I'm Megan Wolf. And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headline.
Well, it's good that we finished ray tracing in one weekend. We did that in one weekend, and I'm going to think about what things to do next.